Hello and welcome again. We're back on Seven Rivers Talk with Bob Burrell, and my special guest today is Mark Neuman and his wife Sue, who was with us for the first segment of this program. The second segment of this program I thought would be good if we had a local businessman here to talk with Mark about some of the problems we have in Wisconsin with business right now. In fact, with trying to get our economy really booming again. And so since Mark Neuman is also a businessman and a successful one, I thought it would be kind of good for someone like you, Scott Enervold, who has been in business for
10 years now.
10 years now in tri-state finance, I think.
Yes, that's correct.
And from your viewpoint, Scott, what needs to be done in the state of Wisconsin to help you out?
Well, I had the honor of meeting Mark Neuman here yesterday evening, and I think one of the major topics that I'd like to discuss is healthcare initiatives. And you know, I look back 10 years ago, and we had a family health care policy where we had as 100% coverage with a $15 copay. That coverage back then was $396 for a family policy. That same policy right now costs my company $1,410 a month. Now our company pays 50% of the premium, but healthcare continues to be one of our biggest major expenses that we have for our business. And I think that it would be something that, you know, through the years, the last 10 years, I've always, I have an office in Fargo, North Dakota. We've been very blessed and very fortunate with our business. And having other offices, I don't understand the process why we cannot go across state lines for shopping for other healthcare coverages. You know, my business is mortgage financing, as you know, and I find it very difficult to understand when somebody is shopping for a home loan. They can go across state lines or across the country for that matter. Here it's very difficult for us to maintain decent health care coverage for a small business to be able to attract a good pool of employees.
Thank you. Scott, that's a perfect lead-in, Mark, for you to respond to in terms of your vision and in terms of remedying that sort of a problem.
Well, let me start with what we don't want to happen, and that's a federal government takeover of 1/6 of our economy. That we definitely do not want to happen. We don't want the increased taxes and the increased government spending that goes with the government health care bill that they're considering. What I do think we need to do, and there's a lot of different parts to what we actually need. You've hit one of them. You've really nailed one of them. There's no reason in the world that if you can find a better price and an insurance policy for your employees or for the individuals out there, and I know we're in a dairy area here where they're buying some of their own insurance, if you can find a better price across state lines, that's certainly one step in the right direction. It's not the solution to the problem, though. The second place I would look would probably be tort reform. The fact that doctors today, they don't just practice medicine, they practice defense out of fear for what's going to happen to them. And we want to get back to a point where they're practicing good, legitimate medical practice and making medical decisions as opposed to, I'm afraid I'm going to get sued positions. I can tell you, and I think it's a really important move forward as governor, what I'd be working hard to do is implement a health savings account plan. What we do at our company is we provide a plan that is $3,000 deductible to our employees, and we then deposit $3,000 into a savings account on their behalf. So it's really it's a really high class.
Does that plan kind of resonate with you, Scott?
Yeah, we carry an HSA account for our individual employees. You can up to $3,000 per individual and $6,000 per family member, you know, for a husband and wife. And it's a fantastic program. It's money put away pre-tax dollars. That account can continue to grow. So it's almost another 401k or a forced savings plan, where it does assist an individual where they can continue accruing that year after year at a tax-free basis. And so it is a fantastic program.
Not that health insurance isn't really key here for all of us in the state of Wisconsin and for especially employers. Looking beyond the health, what are other real challenges that you see, Mark, in terms of trying to bring back a solid economy and a self-sustaining smaller government?
Well, first we start with the taxes and spending. People don't always start with spending. You need to start with spending, get spending under control so that we can systematically reduce taxes in the state of Wisconsin. When I went to Washington, we had huge deficits, very similar to what Wisconsin is facing today. This is 15 years ago. We understood that if we could control government spending, we'd be in a position to cut your taxes. If we cut your taxes, you all would keep more of your own money. And when you kept it, you'd do one of two things. You would either spend it, and that means people are going to be employed providing you with goods and services you're spending your money on, or you would save it, in which case it would become capital for our businesses to grow and expand and provide more job opportunities. So first thing is taxes and spending. It needs to be brought under control. When I was in D.C., it was a knockdown, drag-out fight, so I don't mean to pass over it, but we did get the budget balanced. and we got the biggest tax cut in American history
That's right.
passed at that time.
And I remember